Hey, did you know that a tick and the Eiffel Tower have a lot in common? Did you know that?
I did not
Yeah,
know that.
they're both parasites. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Get Fresh Crew podcast. My
Uh,
name is Big Fresh.
and my name is Crew.
Hey, yo, Fresh. What's
Yo,
next?
I'm so glad you asked, girl. I've been on this life retreat.
Come on,
I've been
Life
trying to
Retreat.
get. I've been trying to read
Yes.
more.
Come on, trying to read more.
I'm I'm up to one book a year.
Come, killing
Let's
it.
go. All
Proud of
right.
you.
I'm just trying.
I
No,
see you.
no, but by the time you hear this recording, um, I don't know when you're gonna hear this recording, but I'll be fully teaching by then,
Ooh,
and with all the stories and things.
I'm wishing you the best of luck tomorrow. And I hope and pray for the smoothest day for you. And Godspeed, my friend.
I'll tell you right
Godspeed.
now, it's Godspeed on 10,000. But
Jesus.
this year four, year four in a new facility,
Yeah.
new everything. I will be completely honest to tell you that I have never been more supported,
Oh, that's
and
good.
like it's honestly like a change of fucking pace, and it is beautiful because like yesterday, not yesterday, Friday, we had a meeting and everything, and the old teacher texted me and was like, "How long are you gonna be at the school?" And I'm like, till like 5." She's like, "All right, cool, I'm gonna swing by."
Love that.
Already retired and everything. Literally just pulls up. She goes, "I'm gonna be at the back door." I said, "All right, cool." I let her into the room
Yeah.
and we just talk for like an hour or so.
Oh, I love
And
that.
she was like, "All right, look, so what's your schedule looking like?" I was like, "It's this." She's like, "They're making you do this?" They would try to pull this when nobody's here. I was like, "Yeah, huh?" And so she's like, "Yeah, all right, trust this person, don't trust this person." She
Oh,
literally just went, it
lit.
was a session. And I just remember sitting, right, because the same day I had a conversation with my mentor 3 hours long.
Ooh, good combo.
Good convo. She's like, "I
Yes.
always enjoy these convos with you." And I'm like, "Man, likewise, you're the one with the
With the
knowledge."
knowledge.
Right. It's incredible. And as much as like I tell them like I just want to be in there and just be a director. And they're like, you absolutely can do that. You're
Yeah.
absolutely going to do that. You're gonna have fun. It's gonna be great. And you don't have to be nervous about anything. You just gotta set your flame and do what you do.
Right.
And like she was like, of course, like when I remember you from all county and like all types of stuff. And I just remember just
Dang.
going like, it is very different being a product of your environment and then being coworkers with people who watch you grow up.
That is different.
It hits so different. I name drop somebody, they're like, "Yeah, I remember him when I came into the county back in fill in
Wow.
the blank." It was like,
That's
yeah,
amazing. That's good. It's good to hear that you are so supported there. I love that. That's really good.
I
'Cause I
love it
feel like
too.
the other book ass schools, we're not doing that. Especially
Speaking
after
of
that
which,
story you told with that goddamn that lady who came in there and just stood in the classroom while you were teaching. Like I feel like that shit pissed me off. Like I feel like
it pissed you off.
imagine how I felt.
Oh my god.
God damn. So I'm happy to hear that. That's good. And I really love that the other teacher kind of came in and like was like, look out for this person. This person's cool. And just kind
Mhm.
of showed you what to look for. That's really dope. And I love that. I really love that. That's awesome.
I thanked her a lot. I told her, I was like, "You left me all these sticky notes and signs and things on there. Just
Oh,
like use these for the first 2 weeks. You can use this if you want to use this, right? Just this printer was actually hooked up over here, so you make sure that he literally left me a printer and like containers of copy paper. And Shadi was like,
yo,
"You're gonna you're going to need this," and
do
I was
you
like, "Yo,
celebrate Christmas? Because you just moved to the top of the list. Come
list." I'm
on.
like, "What?"
That's
I told her
amazing.
immediately. I said, "I get a Christmas concert. You know I'm texting you." She's like, "Please do," and I'm like, "I will."
I
But
love
she told me
that.
like why all my schedule had changed. Like
Mm,
she was like, because I actually had it like this. I said, "Oh, they did this so that I would have to pretty much." to sum it up, they added general music courses to my schedule,
Mhm.
and I didn't have general music
Oh,
courses. They
beforehand?
were all just separated band classes, and
Oh,
because the number of students that were in all the other general music courses that other people were like
TJ?
assigned slash forced to do,
Uh-huh.
they were like, "Oh, well, the new guy's gonna come in. We're just gonna throw
The
2 classes in
excess.
there."
Yeah.
Right, so that we're gonna shave some off of everybody's class so you can make 1 class out of that. But originally, she would in those 2 slots, she had smaller band classes that she would eventually push into 1 big class near the end of the year.
Mm.
And she did it because of differentiation. So, like, these kids were in the tag program, these kids weren't. So I can
Mhm.
address these kids a particular way, and I can't address these kids a
In that
particular
way.
way, and then just
Gotcha.
do that. And then bring them together and be like, "Y'all are around the same level now. Here are the 8th graders." So she was
Mm.
able to do stuff like
Nice.
that pretty easily,
Yeah.
but it would be like 11 kids in the class.
Okay.
And so they saw that and was like, drag drop. I'm gonna put all of y'all. So now you got a 22-piece class over here,
Mm.
and now you have a slot here for 35 kids in a general music course.
35? That's insane. And
Yes,
it's just
it is
you?
insane. Yeah,
Oh god.
but she told me because tricks of the trade.
Story
She said,
time.
"You know what you could do? You could ask those kids who wants to play an instrument,
Ooh, smart.
and then turn that into a band class, and or have them change in their schedule that they want to be in band
In
7 instead
band.
of your general music 7." And so then that class goes to whatever number of kids actually want to play an instrument, then I'll provide instruments for them.
Right.
And she was like, "Well, you may not have to take them out of the class." I said, "But they're only half a semester. Your
Hmm.
other half is with somebody else. If they stay in that class, then they're going to leave. If I
Mm.
take them out of that class and put them in the B day schedule, then that just makes my A day look like 15 in this class, 18 in this class, 12 in this one,
Way better than
and
35.
way better than 35."
Yes.
And then somebody in the background would just be like, "That man cheated."
Loophole,
It's like,
bitch.
loophole. Wait, loophole. Whoopsies.
Did you ever figure
So
out what you're gonna do with your classroom? Did you do
I
the
did.
plants? Ooh, okay.
I did not do
Did
plants.
not do plants. Okay, what'd
I
you
did
do?
not do plants. I just kept it really dumb simple.
Oh,
I
dumb
literally
simple.
just I put up all the posters. The room is fucking massive.
Nice.
So it's really difficult to be like uh I wasn't allowed to do stained glass. That was the other thing.
Mm.
Like they wouldn't let me do that even though it's like removable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They were just like
No, no,
coming
no,
up with some reason.
windows. Yeah, of
Right.
course. Sure,
My
whatever.
precious, precious school. I was like, all right, whatever. But what I found out was like you can get creative. You can with those general music kids, you can make
Yeah.
them like create instrument charts.
Mhm.
So like they'll be like, oh, a trumpet, and they'll say the year and time and all the BS you can put on there, and then like have them make it look like the diagram. So you can be like, these are valves. This is a bell. This is this, and you
Mhm.
just have them draw those,
Yeah.
and then just put those up in a room,
Oh, nice.
and have them decorate the room for me the first 2 weeks of school instead of me
Smart.
working on that.
Yeah.
But
Way better.
yeah, I don't really have anything like spectacular. I put there was a picture that used to be on my back wall that was a black man in a white suit wearing wearing a hat and playing the trombone,
Mhm.
and that's just in my office now. Um, my office smells like apple candles.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah, I have a candle warmer in that bitch,
Yes. Ooh, come
and
on, office.
it's it's pretty set up now where like I have my Bluetooth speaker in there, all that stuff is set up so
Nice.
when kids come in every day, they're gonna hear music and they can
I love
actually like
that.
come down the hall and be like ready. But I don't know how to make the whole band. I don't. First of all, I don't want the whole band room to smell like anything. I just want
Okay.
when they walk in to possibly smell nice, and my office to smell nice.
I
But
feel
the
that.
band room can just be a neutral smell.
Just be neutral, yeah. No
Yeah,
smells. I feel
no
that.
smells.
No smells is better than
That's
bad smells, I'll tell you that much.
oh yeah,
Oh,
oh
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Homie bought Febreze immediately. I said I ain't gonna have these stinky ass preteens coming in here talking about.
Bro, get some spray deodorant. Lift them arms.
Oh, you learn the hard way when motherfuckers show up, and then you start learning that like kids don't know they stink, and then you got to be that
Mhm.
teacher. You got to be that teacher that's like, "Hey, come here, bro."
Yeah, let me talk to you over here.
The quickest story I got for you is literally I remember we had a kid in my school,
Uh-huh.
in high school, and I don't know what he was on. He was trying so hard to be just better, like take care of himself. Like,
Yeah.
cause you know when there's those kids that are like, I got to be a man, right? So I got to figure out how to be a man.
Yeah.
So like he
Yeah.
starts shaving and he's like starts shaving a little bit earlier and he's just like figuring
I
stuff.
love that.
This
Yeah.
man came into school one day and had at least half a tin's worth of wave grease in his
Oh,
head. And
no.
his hair was already low as it was. And I
Oh,
remember my band director being like, "Boy, why you got so much wave grease in your head?" Right?
right.
And he
Oh
was like,
no, baby.
I was trying to lay him down. This man came over there, just strong grip, paper towel, just wiping it off this man's head. He said, "You don't need that much."
More than enough, bro.
Way more. Use this for later. Like
No, you use this
there
for
was so
tomorrow.
much on that man's. It was so much on that man's
Damn.
head that his head looked shiny,
Shiny. That's crazy.
shining, 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 shining.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on with you, girl? What it do?
So I've been reading. No, so oh, where do I start? So last night, I'll talk about this really quickly. I did the one chip challenge last night. I did a stream last night. It was Fear Factor streamer versus Discord. I said in the I think it was the last episode that I really enjoy putting on these events, and I think I'm just going to lean into that more. Um so as far as my content, because I really love doing it. I love gaming too, but I just really love these events. So last night was an event. I did Fear
Mhm,
Factor, Streamer versus Discord, where
mhm.
I took on some friends and I had them do some things. It was a time was had. So I ultimately, there was two people standing at the end of it. So I had to eat my words and I had to eat this hot ass chip. So
Damn.
I did the one chip challenge 2023 edition.
Okay,
Um,
2023.
and it was really hot. It was very hot.
Oh.
And so I tried to prepare as best as I could. I went on
Mm.
Reddit that day and they were like, bananas help. And then in the chat, they were like, get some
She
Pepto.
cheated.
No, I was like, if I'm going to eat this, I want to be as diffuse this heat as much as I possibly humanly can. So
Okay.
I did the bananas. Well, I didn't do the bananas, but I read up on Reddit about the bananas. And then in the chat, they were like, get you some Pepto, get you some milk. I don't drink milk. I drink almond milk. They were like, almond milk isn't going to do it.
It's not.
And
It's
so
not.
I opted for ice cream. So I had ice cream, bananas, and a Pepto. Ate the chip. It was very hot. They said I took it like a G, so thanks for
Hey,
that. Um,
hey, welcome
but
to the club.
what's a once the heat portion subsided, I thought shit was cool. Shit was not cool. So I a little after that, ended the stream, rated out. We even got on Fortnite after the stream. Was playing on Fortnite for a bit. I'm cool, and I think I'm fine. I'm like, okay, cool. I heat up my pizza, eat my pizza. I'm cooling, living my best life, thinking the worst of it is over. It
Nope.
had not even began. So
This is where they get
this
you.
is where they get you. So I'm like, sometime in between us playing Fortnite, like, I feel just like a pain in the top of my stomach. It just hurts. And I was
Mhm.
like, okay, all right. So mind you, I've taken 2 things of Pepto already. So I'm like, I'm not taking no more Pepto. Like that should be more than enough. So I'm like,
Wait,
I
did
just
you take the Pepto before or after?
both.
Good. Good. Okay, good. All right, because it would have been worse. Okay, good.
Yeah, right? So I did a banana and Pepto before and then ice cream during.
Like a cocktail.
And
You get a banana and Pepto. Ew,
and
that's
then
disgusting.
And then once the heat started dying down, I ate another banana. Hello? I ate another banana and then did another thing of Pepto. So I feel like the top of my stomach, like it just hurts. Eventually that pain goes away. I'm like, okay, cool. That was probably it. That was oh my God. So get back to Fortnite, play Fortnite. Then I'm like, "Y'all, I'm sleepy. My stomach is, like, really starting to hurt at this point." So I was like, "I'll holler at y'all later." Get off of Fortnite, and then I go to the bathroom, and I'm pretty sure a part of me died last night in that bathroom.
That's Joe's
I
esophagus.
I've never felt this type of pain in my stomach before. I've never felt it. It hurt so bad. I'm texting my hands and giggles. I'm like, pretty sure I'm dying. In the
Yeah, send
bathroom,
help.
sounding like a dying whale, just like
Right.
in so much pain. And so then, out of nowhere, everything I ate, the pizza, the ice cream, all of it is now in the
All of it.
tub because I'm still stuck on the toilet. So now it's all in the tub. It's just
Oh,
it got real
I need
bad.
a warning for this one next time. Oh,
It
ho,
got
ho, ho.
real bad. Just oh
Try
god. Oh, it was so bad. But after that, I felt better.
yeah.
And
She's
then
sitting on
oh
sitting on the toilet going, it
legit,
was bad. It was
legit.
rough.
It was rough. Um so yeah, so this morning woke up feeling a million times better. Still
Mhm.
have like minor after effects, very minor, but the starfish is fine.
Oh god.
As tweaked put it. But that was that. Outside of that, I fell down a rabbit hole, but we could talk about that a little bit after because I know you have a one chip challenge story as well.
I do, and I'll make that one brief, but my question
Oh
right now
god.
is, are your abs, like, tightened right now?
Oh my god. It just like I've never caught a
Yeah.
cramp like ever like just in the weirdest places on my body. Just like what is
Yep.
happening?
Pain
Oh, but
guaranteed.
I feel like I earned this.
As
I
you
feel
did.
like I did. For
As
those
you
that are
did.
listening, I'm holding up the I Slayed the
Yes, you
Pocky
did.
2023 One Chip Challenge. It might have slayed
Yeah,
me back,
see?
but I slayed it too.
See, I got 2 of them
And
for
do.
last year.
Period. Come on.
So, for those who weren't actually at that engagement,
Epic
it was
stream.
epic stream,
God, it
and
was
it
such
was
a
it
good
was
stream.
I wouldn't call it a pointless stream, it literally was just like, "I'm going to do this, y'all, watch."
Yeah, it was just a thing you decided to do, and we all pulled up. It was a great stream. And then Corey pulled up, and it was just like epic.
Yeah. So, the same feeling, I took this chip, the chip turn does yours change your tongue to a different
No,
color?
it didn't. At least not
So,
that I remember.
ours
I don't think so. No, it didn't.
so mine's supposed to turn your tongue blue, and
Yeah,
it.
it was weird. I
It was
saw.
weird. But you take the chip and you power through it. It is hot.
Hot
it's a
as a
problem.
bitch.
But
Yes.
like when your brain, but you can control your brain as much as you want when you're prepared for what heat is, right? So like I've done
Right.
hot stuff before, so you know that your tongue and your mouth are going to be on fire. So
Right.
that's a
Fucking
natural
hell.
response, right? That you're already aware of.
Prepared, yes. Be
So I power
prepared.
through it. They told me 10 minutes. You can go 10 minutes without drinking something. You gonna be fire. And I did. And I sat there. We listened to music. I was jamming. I was like, suck my dick, everybody. Y'all ain't gonna sit here and talk about it's a fake chip. I want to hear that shit.
Period.
And I handled my business. Turn around. What happened? Parkour shows up.
Do a
And right
barrel
before he
roll.
leaves, this motherfucker's like, and if you love me, you'll eat the other chip. And everybody's eating that up. Because, real friends love when you're in pain.
That part. And then also Corey hadn't been streaming in so long
You're right.
at that point. So it was like a unicorn showed up.
Really,
Legit. Like it
honestly.
really was. Anytime
Right.
he
Like
shows up,
dad
it
came
feels
back
that
with the
way.
milk. It's really
Legit.
crazy.
Yeah.
He really walked in and said, "Are you winning, son?" And I was like, "Papa." Like
Yes,
it
Papa.
was so insane. So I literally went in and took the other chip. While that was
Bruh.
happening, I had that pain that she was talking about. So that as soon as Curry get that little, "Ugh," you
Mm-hmm.
get this feeling, and you want to be normal with everybody, but that's when you start getting the real sweats. The other
Yeah.
sweats
Oh
are
my
like
God.
you're
Yes.
powering through, right?
Yes.
Ah, trust me, you getting through that power through, and you're like, all right, this is fine. This is fine.
Yeah, I got
And then
this.
as soon as you get the chewing and you start feeling this one starts making its way through your chest
Mm-hmm.
into the top part of your stomach, and then it has to go all the way around. Pain guaranteed. Because I remember I sat there and I'm like, all right, so what are we getting into? because you know what we did? We also played Fortnite after my
Right, right, right. Shout out to
and I
Fortnite.
remember and that's the problem with the VOD is that I sat there and I'm playing and I had already chugged through all this milk. I
Yeah.
pulled back and I'm leaning and I'm
Yo,
like,
that lean back,
maybe
bro.
maybe I can just elongate my stomach and
Help it
just do one
move
of these.
down.
No,
Bruh.
nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't
Uh,
help
at one point, I was on my couch. I was leaned over my couch to stretch my body so that things could just flow.
to flow. Right.
No, bro. And I was fearing for my life sitting on the toilet, just being like, "Is this gonna be as bad as I think it is? Is life not the same?"
Life is not the
I
same.
also, I definitely also threw up because I got through a gallon of milk.
Yeah, you did a lot. Like that shit is no joke. I've never felt my food like digest before. It was such a weird,
It
painful
kept me up.
sensation. Yeah, you
That shit
can't
kept
sleep
me
through
up.
that. I tell
No,
you though, after I threw up, I slept great.
absolutely. I threw the fan on and I was like,
Come
nothing's
on.
cold enough. Nothing's cold enough. The sweat's working, and I'm like, oh, I, bro, I felt like a junkie. I was sitting in the corner, I was just like,
Legit.
if you help me get through this, like,
Pray
like,
like
like Ray Charles at
legit.
his worst. It was so bad.
I had to take my glasses off. I was just like, bro, this is just yeah, it was miserable. So won't do that
Yeah.
again. And you did two back to back. So and I grabbed the ice cream immediately. Like I wasn't playing. I didn't wait no
Mhm.
10 minutes. I felt the pain and through the bites. I was like, yo, this is insane. It was a very hot and very painful. But yeah, that happened. I did it. And Perp and Ja are some OGs. Cause they went through it. I had them do some things and they did it and they did it all. And y'all go watch the
Nice.
VOD. It was great.
It
It
was
was great.
great.
Okay, so switching gears real quick. You remember, I think it was episode 2. Bride was it? Yeah, episode 2, because episode 1 was bride and grooming. So episode 2 is when we
Mhm.
did Barry Gordy, and that was the result of us falling down a rabbit hole. I fell
Yeah.
down another rabbit hole.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible, just in case we turn this into a whole episode one day. I'm gonna be very like vague-ish.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
so we all know who OJ Simpson is. We all know the case of like him killing Nicole Brown, all of that good stuff. So allegedly, they're now saying there's a whole ass speculation that his son is actually the one that did it. And oh,
That's
it
not how
just
it's supposed to go.
I was gonna say what I heard the tail end of it.
You didn't hear anything. Um,
Okay.
anyways, his son.
So they're saying his son is actually one that killed Nicole, and there's a lot of information surrounding it that makes sense of how they think or why they think that he's the one that actually did it. So
Mm,
again, very vague, just in case we do turn this into a whole last episode. They think his son actually did it. And there's a lot of information surrounding that makes sense. And so falling a little further down the OJ rabbit hole, we also OJ leads to the Kardashians. Like it's like peanut butter and jelly. They are intertwined forever at this point. Not only one because he was a family friend, but two because Robert Kardashian was his lawyer. And for those that don't know, Robert Kardashian is Kim Kardashian's father. So the Kardashians, Chloe, and they always say that Chloe is OJ's daughter. Well, now
mhm.
there is a new challenger. And this one, I don't know. This one got a lot of girth to it. Shout out to Ja.
All right. All right.
So, Alex Rowan, which is Chris, the mom, is her hairdresser. They're now saying that Alex Rowan is Chloe's actual father because Chloe looks a lot different from her siblings. She's a
Yes, she
lot
does.
taller. She just has different characteristics. If y'all have the same father, you wouldn't look that different, right? So they're saying Alex Rowan is her father, the hairdresser. And again, there's a lot of information that makes it make sense. Also, Chloe's middle name is Alexandra.
All right.
So I'm just saying, so there's that. So I fell down the rabbit hole and yeah, that whole the OJ and the Kardashians, God bless. OJ the Juice Man. But yeah, they're saying his son did it and that Alex Rowan is Chloe's baby, not baby father, is her dad. So,
Shout out to Alex and
and
shout out to
I don't know what OJ's son's name is.
Jason.
Oh, Jason.
Hey,
Jason.
Jason.
Jason. But yeah,
Son of a Jason.
if y'all would like to hear the details, and if you
Allegedly.
do the alleged details, yes, and want a whole episode out of it, let us know. Follow us on Instagram, leave a comment
Right.
below on
Send us ten
Spotify or
dollars on
whatever.
Kofi.
Buy us coffee on Kofi. Yeah, all of that. But yeah,
All
let us
that.
know if you want us to do that episode. Let us
Oh
know.
yeah.
But yeah.
I ain't got no shame. I'll definitely do paid episodes. You want something? I got it.
Absolutely. What?
Throw
No
it in there.
shame.
$20 and
$20 you want to do what?
talk about that secret orgy that happened at OnlyFans.
There you go. They're
All
like,
that.
wait, what? What happened? Yeah, it's a secret for a reason.
It's getting way too complicated for me.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Niggas are just messaging people now. Did
You
y'all
thought you
know
got the
about this?
whole trip info,
For
bro?
free? Please.
The fuck?
But yeah, pay us.
On
What's next?
tape.
Audio, visual, what you want?
Yeah. Come on now.
It's a
And
little
nothing
toxic.
can go wrong. All right. So speaking of Pepto and bananas.
Wow. Oh, actually? That's a good one.
Let's go.
That's a good one.
I wish I literally was like, damn, she threw that in that LJ shit. I was like, I had it ready.
Ready to go.
Oh man. Speaking of Pepto and bananas, everybody's favorite body positivity artist, uh, the Lizzo Hamilton. I don't know her last name. Just making it up at this point. We get some information on her.
Come on, Hamilton.
All right. So isn't it true Lizzo is now countersuing?
It is. She is going to countersue. She is suing them back.
Mm.
She is. I read that. She was like, Lizzo's gonna sue them back. I was like, oh, what a turn of events.
Mm.
So yeah,
Now, what's she trying to sue for? Is a really question. Yeah.
That's a good question. Let me see. I think it is defamation, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see.
Yeah, what I remember, at least from partial information, is that she's just like she lost a lot because of these allegations.
Malicious
So she's just
prosecution.
yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Malicious prosecution makes sense.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
it definitely is one of those things where like if she has to lose out on was it Super Bowl
Yeah,
appearances
Super Bowl,
and like
probably other
other
brand deals probably didn't even
brand
know
deals,
about. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, she's pretty much just gonna get the brunt of all of that. But the real thing is, and this is my opinion,
Hmm.
I think she's going to win.
I do too. I do too. Because
And all that.
the girls just like honestly, I feel like those interviews did not help and just the lack of evidence, honestly. And also I feel like yeah, I feel like she's gonna win. I feel like this is gonna go in her favor unless there is some like crazy information that we don't know about coming out. I really see this going in her favor.
Well, if that is the case, do we rescind that episode and stop?
No.
Damn, but we said bad things.
Did we? What we say that was
No,
bad?
I
I don't
didn't say
remember.
nothing.
We didn't say
You said
shit.
a fat girl was fat shaming. Okay,
That's what she was alleged. We did say
alleged.
allegedly.
We did say it. And by rule, if I hit this button,
Allegedly.
I can say whatever the fuck I want.
It's all alleged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, give it an example. And I'll hit the button.
Allegedly. Oh wait, okay.
Allegedly.
So I heard that
Allegedly.
boom.
I'll do it at the end. I got you. No,
All
go ahead.
right. Okay, here we go. I got one. I heard that Ja was sending OnlyFans type pics to people. Ooh, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I was not. I was just like, maybe if I don't hit this button, it's true.
Ooh.
Have you seen
I
the group chat
heard.
recently?
I guess I have.
Don't worry, I'll be posting that picture everywhere. Um, but that's how that works. And shout out, shout out to Lizzo. If she
Yes.
turns around and actually doesn't, and it turns out that she's actually telling none of the truth, and
None
she
of the
actually
truth.
did all that shit, and she was a horrible boss,
We said what we said.
I said I double down, and I'll
Period.
start streaming it everywhere.
That part.
Watch out for the big girls,
The big
because that's
rules.
exactly what happened.
That part. So, speaking of Lizzo and that
Hey,
whole situation and just the negativity of it all, a couple episodes ago, we mentioned something called toxic femininity.
y'all
And
hate that word.
we're going to get into it today on examples of it, what it is, and why some people ain't shit.
Why some people
Yeah,
ain't shit.
ain't shit. Because we hear a lot. We hear a lot about toxic masculinity, and it is a huge thing. Shout out to the podcast that got shut the fuck down. Meow.
Mm, mm,
So yeah, we
mm.
hear a ton of
Good
shit
old
about toxic masculinity. And while not a fan of that, toxic femininity is just as equally as horrible. And I feel like it gets maybe not swept under the rug is the right term, but not talked about a lot because it's I don't know. I feel like women are a lot more sneaky with our shit. So
what a
maybe
common phrase.
I don't know.
What a
I'm trying to figure out why it would not be talked about as much.
because no one cares.
That's valid.
It's also part of the thing is that it's almost in a sense of retaliation for some, rather
Mm,
than it being a direct
a
target,
direct target.
right?
That's yeah,
Like,
absolutely. Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
concept of how misogyny is a common term, but
Yeah.
misandry is not, because
Yeah.
hating men is based on the treatment that women were getting.
Facts. That's a
If
hundred
it would
percent
be
facts. Yeah.
different if women hated men
For no
just because
reason
they right,
exists.
for no logical reason. But for a lot of the material, it's like I treat men this way because men treat women this way.
Right.
But the hating of women is usually a byproduct of some other BS that you should have tried to figure yourself out.
Right.
So
Yes.
that's why those things usually don't get the press of it. Because the other thing is when it comes to like toxic femininity, like that whole concept, people don't look at it as toxic. Like once again, it's a retaliation of sorts. I see men
Yeah.
doing it or doing something of that nature. So I'm going to do this because I don't have a lot of power. It's that conversation again.
Yeah. I feel that.
So so before we jump into this, right? I had the most amazing morning the other day, right?
Ooh, okay.
Where I got onto TikTok live and watched different videos.
Okay.
And if you've ever been on TikTok live and you get to that section of TikTok where somebody just writes a thing on their backdrop and tell you to agree or disagree,
Mm.
those are the worst.
Doers.
They're like one of the worst places online of all time, because one of the issues was there was a lady who made this big. Um, she had a post. She had about 92 people watching it, and at one point, the conversation pretty much went, "Women have the power to end humanity. Agree or disagree."
That's crazy.
That was yeah. That was literally her post. It's not even gonna show up well, but
Yeah.
literally that was her, and she spent the whole time talking at men who were writing comments like "Who hurt you?" and "Oh my god, like you don't understand how cloning works," and they would just say, come back and be like, "Read a book, nigga, right? You can have a fake womb, but you can't have fake eggs. You still need women to make humanity." And the only thing I said,
Mhm.
because I had to comment, I watched 10 minutes of it. I'm allowed to comment if I spend 10 minutes watching to see what the content
Sure,
is. Like
you're allowed to comment as soon as you click on it. There's no rules.
I
Comment when
don't
you feel
feel
like it.
I I feel like I gotta justify even giving into one of those conversations,
I feel that. I get that.
because if she was making like real solid points, I'd be like, cool.
Yeah.
But it was like
Carry on.
it felt like paid male actors just being like, "Wow, you're hurt. Wow, you gonna be a single mom forever, right?" And she's just
Damn.
like, I don't like men no more, right? Men don't mean anything to me. What it like that's She just kept saying it, and then she would only invite women to be
To
talkers, and
talk,
like
yeah.
so I'm like, all right, I'll put one comment in. Never got a response to it, but I'd love to hear if first of all, do you agree that women can end all of humanity?
That women could end all of humanity. I feel like
They have the power.
they have
Yes.
the power to. I feel like yes. I'm gonna say yes because if we just stopped having kids, you know, if all the women in the world just did not have any more kids, I'm sure scientifically, that could probably they could probably figure out a way around that. But I feel like those children born in a lab, I don't know, I feel like their lifespan wouldn't be long enough to I feel like they wouldn't be able to repopulate using a lab. I don't know, or maybe they could, I'm not sure. I feel like but I'm initially my I agree. Initially, yes. I agree.
Right. Initially, it's do they have the power to end it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Are there ways
Because
around it?
technically,
Yes.
absolutely. But sooner or later, that means that men would have to create a race of people or a colony of individuals who would then be like, "Yeah, I also need you to have sex because the women here aren't having sex." Like, so
Yeah, it gets
you would end up
yeah.
making very weird.
Yeah.
So to speed through this, pretty much the answer is yes, they do have the
Yeah.
power. I commented one thing, and the one thing was, so what what are you going to do with your power?
Oh. Oh, that would
it
have
was
been
more it was really like, so does this make you powerful? Like,
like, what's your point?
okay, right? Like
Yeah. Okay, like, you're right,
I
and what else?
I have the power to cook and clean and do all types of things in my own home.
Right.
Great. Would you like me to say I agree and then we find a solution where you don't use your power? What
Right. Like, what's the
what is the
point?
point? And that's why I hate those because they're literally like they'll spend hours just having people come by and just say something and that's where their fuel is
Yeah.
of conversation rather than being like, "Okay, so we agree. If we disagree, then they're going to be like, "Well, you're stupid." And
Right.
then you're like, "All right, cool. So then we're not going to get anywhere because you firmly believe this topic and I can't persuade you of any other direction.
Right, you're not
So then
open
what are
to
we talking?
dialogue.
It's not even a reason to even have open dialogue.
Yeah.
The
I feel
sky
it
is blue. Agree or disagree? The sky's blue, bro. It's like, what about when it's gray? No, the sky itself is
is
blue,
blue.
and everything else dealing with the reflection of it. Like, oh well, technically the sky is clear and it's a reflect. Great. Well, that was the end of the conversation. Like that's how I feel. Like if you
I
got to
feel
sit on a
that.
conversation, there's nothing that I can really think of where I can sit on a conversation like that and just be like, we'll talk about this for days.
That hill is made of daffodils that you're on.
Damn, that's deep.
Crazy.
I like that.
Thank you,
I like that.
friend. Thanks.
So support. So if we're talking about, uh, I'm ready for this. If we're talking about
Toxic women in history.
Yes.
we got two main people that live on the list.
100%.
100%.
Who's the first person y'all think of? I already know it's
Right.
one. Who's the
Right.
very
Look,
first person when you say toxic femininity? Who you think of? Is she short?
just
She got a
she's
pixie
short.
cut?
I'll give I'll give you 10 seconds to think of her name.
Hey, get it, get it. Thought music about it, and let's go. Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. Time's up.
Jada, old punk ass.
Jada old punk ass Pinky Smith.
Yeah, you gotta throw that Smith on there.
Got to. You I'm not gonna get into it. I
Literally get into it.
feel like Jada is her toxic trait. She is very manipulative. And
Yes.
she I feel like she lives in the nice girl facade. Like I'm a down girl, but I'm really not. I'm really just down to get the information and then use it against you later to have you do what I want. It's very and she's very
Mm.
good at it. And I feel like she's probably been doing this for years and we're just recently catching up and catching on. And I feel like the only reason that we are catching on is because of Red Table Talk and Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. I feel like
Yes.
those main 2 canon events have turned our attention to Jada. Like, "Hold on, shawty, you something off
Mm.
about you." Because when
Because
I
during that
Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
no, you got it.
No, I wasn't really gonna say no shit. Go ahead.
Uh, because when you really break down, like, the trajectory of, like, their marriage, what we knew of their marriage,
Right,
right?
right,
You saw them early '90s, you saw that they were together.
right,
You saw that they started a family together, it was great. Then you
right,
heard about this open relationship conversation.
right,
They
right,
got an open marriage, and they've been just riding that facade. No one really truly answered it. They had
right.
conversations. Oprah wanted to find out. That's the only way you're gonna get the real truth. It was
Oprah,
all
right,
that, and it was all hesitant, kind of, sort of conversations. And then when
right.
it truly opened up, when you started seeing more and more of them, into that Red Table Talk
Mhm.
season, what did you get? You got to experience how she thinks for the first time in
Mm.
her real career, because she
Yeah.
was an actress in a lot of things, but you never got to see Jada. You got to see mother of children Jada. You
Right,
got to see her in passing next to Will Jada, but you never got to hear what Jada had to feel.
right.
And when you started processing her feelings and things, there's one thing that's clear to me. Jada picks fairly decent, handsome individuals,
Mhm.
but she picks guys that have a strong persona, but on the inside, they're like pleasers.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yo, say
So
that shit
she
again for the
knows
people in the back, cause
she
like
absolutely picks people that are vulnerable, that are willing to give her the mountain,
right,
even though she's not trying to climb any part of that mountain. Now, I'm not
right.
saying that she didn't give a fuck about any of these guys, but she picks people that she to me, she's preying on people
Yeah, she knows her target. She absolutely
and
knows her target
and can get it.
and can get it and knows how to get it, and what for whatever reason with Will, I feel like Will been a superstar from the jump. He's been the man since the jump. And honestly, I don't feel like if Jada wasn't attached to Will, her name would be as big as it is. Granted, she's been in a lot of Set It Off. She's been in
Woo.
Lowdown, Woo. Right. She's been in a lot of shit that we know of that are great movies, but they not to the caliber that Will Smith has. And I cannot think I feel like her name is always attached to a male counterpart who is higher than her, like Jada Tupac. He's a huge superstar. The only one I would say was maybe equal footing was what's his name? Alcina?
You think it's
August?
equal footing?
Yeah, I feel like they were like as far as like star power and star level goes, like in like the media and stuff. I feel like it was equal footing. Like Will Star is up there. Tupac Star was up there through the roof. And I feel like don't get me wrong, Jada in her own right has her own star power, but it's not where theirs is and was. And I feel like I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if she wasn't attached to any of those men, what you know what I'm saying? What would we know her for? Because
Nothing.
I'm really trying to think. And I
No,
just
she
I think of Set It Off, but even in Set It Off, her role was not that big. I think of Queen Latifah, Cleo. Like that's you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she was in it, but like she the only
she
one that
would
got
be in that
away. I don't
she would
know.
be in that just look at the Kimberly Elise, she'd be in that lineage of actresses from the '90s that just had those positions. She would just
Yes.
be that over and over again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I don't and I'm say what you want about it, but, like,
No facts.
before Girls Trip and all that, when she was in that type of stuff, she was in The Matrix.
Yeah,
Okay. But do I honestly think, and this is just me just trying to be as honest and open as possible,
yeah.
because it's a goddamn opinionated podcast.
That part.
Some of these roles don't come unless she already has that star power from being married to Will Smith.
Right. And
Because I'm not enamored by her role in Set It Off. I'm not enamored by her doing Nutty Professor. Like,
no.
I'm not dropping everything to go watch any of these movies.
No, none of them. I pulled up her like movies and TV shows. You know what's crazy is that King Richard is on here, and I don't know why. That's a Will Smith movie. I just feel like that goes to prove my point even more.
I'm crying. You should
Like
put
like
that there.
I'm dead ass just it's not what is it, IMDb, it's not on that, it's just a simple Google search and pulled it up.
And King Richard popped up.
King Richards is on there. It is 1, 2, it's the third row, second from the right.
That honestly might answer everything.
Like and
That might
I
just honestly make the most sense.
I clicked on it and I don't see her name in here anywhere. I don't know if she was a producer on it or what, but I don't
What a
see
waste.
her on here as far as the cast list in any way, shape, or form. Now, Will Smith, obviously, yes, fucking killed that role. It was a great movie, but like, I don't see her nowhere in here. So why?
Why
When
does
I
she pop up?
Google, yeah,
She was an executive producer.
there we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, that makes sense.
My question: Why?
I don't know. I just like
Why was
these
she an executive producer in this movie?
because Will Smith was in it.
And she was like, "You gotta give her a role." Ah, like that's not like it doesn't make sense to me how this just kind of happens.
I don't know. I
Okay,
feel like
Anjanae Ellis, fine ass. All right, my bad. Let me focus.
Hawthorne was good for a little bit. I don't know, I just feel like
No,
she's got movies, she's got TV shows, but she don't got blockbuster hits.
no, she don't. And with all that, with all due respect, then you turn around and you gonna sit here in a relationship where you feel like you gotta run all this shit. I'm sure, like because there's little like pieces of information that people had to really try to figure out.
Yeah.
Um, Part of this really does develop where you're learning about Will and you just see this persona of Will and he's like big fucking name.
Yeah.
But to then know like her relationship with Tupac, she wasn't going to get that with Tupac. She wasn't going to get that with Tupac. And there was a whole different type of style of relationship there. Then you jump in and you start manipulating this situation where you're like, "All right, cool. I'm not going to admit that I started hooking up with somebody else. I'm going to make this entire title of entanglement be your
Mm.
ride or die phrase." So and he's sitting at the table talking about, yeah, we had a situation that happened, and he's just like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you rode this man. Let's be real.
You
You
wrote
had
this
sex
man.
with another person in your marriage, and we just
Yeah.
sitting here just going, yeah, well, it be like that sometimes.
Do it.
God, I hope not.
And I feel like I gotta hope not. I don't know. I just feel like that she's very, very much so I feel like there's just her toxic ways. I feel like we don't even know the half of it, but you can definitely see it like peeking through. She manipulates to get, whatever she wants, wherever she wants to be, she will get there by any means necessary. It feels like. And outside of her, I feel like another toxic woman who's just extremely I feel like she might even be worse. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
Uh Amber Heard. That
Mm.
woman is a
Dusty
menace.
roads.
A whole ass menace. And I did not follow the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case that closely. Like I know like the outskirts of it you can say, but like she is a horrible person. She definitely gives white lady tears. Definitely another manipulator. Like when she's caught up in the mix, she's gonna start to cry to manipulate you with her emotions. She's gonna lie. She's just oh, she seems just like the evil villain in all the Disney stories. It just is her in real life.
I There's nothing I can agree more than the fact that if you really paid attention, and mind you, there's a documentary out now, which of course Netflix is going to get their money on.
Of course.
But if you really do your research on what happened with Amber Heard, you will realize how shifty and shitty people can be and they can
Yeah,
be in your life one way, and they can manipulate every single thing possible
it's
in the other way.
scary.
They had photos, and this is why this was became a big deal. They had photos out where she had got these bruises, and she blamed Johnny for all the bruises and stuff on it.
Right. Yeah.
And they did the data tracking to show that it was edited and to show when these pictures were actually taken.
That's crazy. The
And
lengths.
they had to go that deep into a situation where she lied
You have to.
about things. Like Amber Heard testified Wednesday that Johnny Depp slammed her against the wall and threatened he could kill her during a yacht trip in 2013. She
Mm.
claimed he was angry she had outed his drinking to his children, which she denies doing. And she sat there on television and in court with the worst hairstyle of just dropped face. Like she's like, I grew in and out of my emo stage and had the audacity to be like, well, Johnny was a drinker. And, he just couldn't figure things out. She allegedly said, like, not allegedly, she alleged that Deb did a cavity search on her when
That's
he thought
insane.
she was hiding his cocaine. Like, you went into such, and then if you hear it, it's pain guaranteed also. I remember he threw a bottle at me. It missed me, but it broke the chandelier. At some point, he just whacked me in the face. I suspected I had a broken nose. I remember my nose being swollen, discolored, red. Now you tell me, because now this has always been a thought process of me. Dating an actress or an actor
Mhm.
got to be tough.
Gotta be. It
Because
has to be.
how do you know when somebody's real?
That's the thing. That's the thing. I would like you would have to date somebody really solid, an actor that is just a really solid person. You know what I'm saying? And you would have to trust that they would not use that against you. But them being an actor, feel like they would. I don't know. I feel like
You
that's
gotta you gotta date a loser actor.
yeah, a real bad one.
Yeah,
You
because you
can't
can't
date a
date
good
Jonah
one.
Hill.
Definitely can't date Jonah Hill.
Fuck
Don't want to
yes.
do that.
You can't date
He's
Jonah
gonna
because he's
the
already right.
therapy talk you to death.
And he's got a therapist and he acts.
Oh God. He's gonna use all his tools against you. You're just not gonna
Hmm.
know what the hell going on.
He goes, "You
I
came back in this house at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're covered in lipstick
how does that
and
make me
fucking
feel?
Casamigos." And he's like, "So I'm sensing this bothers you.
Oh
That's the
God.
motherfucker you want to date? No, we're good."
Right.
But she's over here crocodile tearing it up.
Crocodile. And the fact that she went through so much lengths. And I'm to edit a photo. It's giving what is it? What is the one with Martin Lawrence and what's her face when she beats herself up with the oranges? It's giving that. What's the movie?
Oh my
Is it
god.
not what is it? Thin Line? What is the name of that
It's
movie?
got to be Thin Line.
I think it is Thin Line. Hold on. Between
Oh
Love and
my
Hate. Yeah,
god.
yeah, yeah. That's what it is. Yep, that's the one. Lynn Whitfield. There we go. I
That
couldn't think of her name. Yes.
I still can't think of her name. Shawty literally beat
It's
the
giving
bricks off
that.
hers.
And when
That
you
right
deal with
there.
people like that, you have to go through such exhausting lengths to uncover their bullshit because they're not going to be upfront with you. They're going to manipulate you and deny, deny, deny until they're blue in the face. So then you have to go through all of these lengths to prove no, actually, you're crazy. And I'm not believing your bullshit. It's just I don't know. Just I feel like when it comes to like there's so many different variations of toxic femininity. Like you have the Amber Heards, you have the Jada Pinkett's, you have the manipulators, you have the girls that don't follow girl code. And really, girl code just boils down to simply being respectful and loyal to your girls. Simple as that. Like that's it. And you have girls that just will manipulate that to again get what they want. It's just the fake girls, the girls that get in again to manipulate, get what they want. It's just I don't know. I feel like there's different levels to toxic femininity. There is it should be talked about more. I feel like the girls that, like, are physically abusive because they're women and it won't hurt much, you could take it, you're a man, those type of girls, it's crazy.
It absolutely is
It is
because you
insane.
you have so many different styles
You do.
of people who can turn around and manipulate situations and be like, well, at the end of the day, they're gonna just start quoting the fact that like, oh well, haven't we been through enough?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is two wrongs don't make it right.
Right. Right.
So there's no reason that we got people just walking around just thinking like, well, this is how I felt. All
Hmm.
right, cool.
That's okay.
So allow me to feel. The fuck
Right.
you got feelings, my nigga? Like it's like that to me is one of those the we can call it bare minimum if you want, or you can call it however you see it. But for me, when somebody is allowed to do something and somebody else isn't in a relationship, right? Like you have to justify your actual boundaries, right? You have to
Yeah, you do.
justify what it is that you're willing to take or to handle.
And double down on it.
Right. You make a mistake. And it may not be seen as a mistake when you do it. It may not be malicious when you choose to do it. But and this just goes out of toxic relationship status in general.
Yeah.
If something affects the other partner and the other partner is like, all right, cool. Let me just explain to you that I felt some type of way. The way that you react after that situation makes or breaks how I come back to you with any information.
Yes. Going forward. Yes.
Right. I
Yeah. It
come
sets the
like
tone.
it's simple. We got this work friendship and relationship that we deal with. If I
Mhm.
physically come in here and stab crew,
Ouch.
right? Physically stab crew, allegedly.
First of all, that's magic. Fuck you gonna do that? That's crazy. Like a
Right?
magician. Yo,
So I
what's
take
heavy?
a digital knife and
Allegedly.
stab a crew, right?
Mhm.
And you come to me and you like, look, I really don't understand why you would stab me. If
That's a
my
real nice
reaction is,
reaction.
"Hey, look," right, like, "No, excuse me, sir, I believe you left this in my ribs." Like, that I get it, and then you turn
Yeah.
around and say something like, "Well, I had brought the knife in, um, because originally I had to cut something in the other room, and so when I got here, you were also in that room, and I just happened to have the knife, and I kinda, like, placed it in your ribs. Thank you for telling me what you did. I'm telling you that the thing you did
Hurt me.
hurt me."
Right.
Yeah, but I didn't bring it in to the room to purposefully, like, stab you. I just happened to have stabbed you because I had a knife
I have a low
from the other
tolerance
day.
for stuff like that. I just have a really low tolerance for stuff like that. I don't like it. I'm not gonna deal with it. Honestly, at this day and age, at one point in my life, I would try to work through it, but depending on who you are, I'm just gonna cut ties and keep it pushing. Like I don't got time. I motherfuckers is crazy, and I'm
The the
impatient.
the blessing is just that knowing that 2 people can work things out at the end of the day is magical.
Yes, 100%.
But there are other things in relationships where you or just, like, dealing with certain people where they weaponize tears.
Yes,
Weaponizing tears, horrible,
horrible.
because because you know somebody's gotta care.
Right
Because if I don't care because 'cause you're crying, right?
now, I'm
Like,
the
you gotta
asshole.
be a cold you're a cold bitch, right? You
Hmm.
just go watch them cry?
There's there's
Nah.
there's a middle point, and I feel like I am learning that middle point to if I feel like somebody is weaponizing their tears against me, it's very much so I'm going into my customer service mode. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Back
Mm,
to what we're actually talking about, like in a course
right.
of a better way. But that's my retaliation. When I feel like somebody is trying to manipulate me with their emotions or
Mhm.
their tears, I'm gonna treat you like a customer, like I don't know you. Like I'm going to give you the bare minimum empathy that I'm paid to give, and I'm going to redirect the conversation back to what we're actually talking about because we're not doing this. That's what I do.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
you get your empathy, but not really,
But not
and we
really.
redirect it. I feel like that's how you attack that.
Yeah. Because individuals gonna learn. People like Amber Heard, you get into a situation where you have to sit there and turn on your acting button to then let people to get your story straight to then talk about.
It's
It's
too
just it's
much.
so much.
Exhausting.
People like Jada just turning around and being like, "Well, I have provided all these things in your life. Yeah, I didn't feel good that you did this." Like, oh man, just to witness these two people and just to be like, "All right, let's talk about them back to back,"
It's
hurts
a
my
lot.
brain.
Yeah, let's switch it
It's
up.
a lot.
They're doing a lot.
Good God, everybody, let's switch it up.
We need a sage.
Right? Just somebody save me.
Open a window. All
So
right. Go for it.
you're, yeah, we're supposed to be spearheading a new idea here. That's what's happening now.
Yeah, we are.
S-
We're throwing into the improv games. Something we
I'm
both
scared as
love.
fuck. I'm scared as fuck.
Don't be scared. It's gonna be May. We're gonna tell you
Mm.
guys a story and we're going to do it one word at a time.
Mm.
Um, one of us will start it with a word, the next will say their word, and we're just gonna go back and forth and tell you maybe like a 2 or 3 sentence story and see how it goes.
Mm.
You can play this a couple of different ways. You can do it the alphabetical way where you do A, B, C, D, E, F, G in the words that are chosen, or you could just say whatever word comes to you. We're going to go with the latter and choose whatever word comes to us. So, good luck, everybody else.
Oh my god, I'm gonna mess this up. I can
It's
already
fine.
feel
I
it
feel
in
like
my.
I'm going to mess it up, but because I feel like my improv muscle is a little weak. I ain't been working on it. So, I don't know. We're going to
All right,
see.
so we're not going alphabetical. We're just picking words.
We're just going to say words and tell a story.
There it is. All
So,
right, cool.
you want to start the
I,
story or you want me to start?
easily, easy one. I'm gonna set you up for success, friend. You ready?
Nope. Go ahead.
All right, bet. Yesterday
I
was
walking.
and
I
noticed
a
dagger.
fighting
A
bear.
so
I
naturally
took
the
next
uh, train.
home.
So what I have here is yesterday I was walking and I noticed a dagger fighting a bear. So I naturally took the next train home.
That wasn't so bad.
All right, it's a solid warm up.
That's a
Dear
solid
Lord.
warming.
Oh my gosh. All right, start it off.
All right. Today
Hmm. There,
was
a
rabbit
that,
ate
several,
biscuits.
um, that
Were
covered
in
syrup,
the
antidote,
two
the
biscuits
um, can
only
be
administered
by
a
licensed
obstetrician.
obstetrician. Today there was a rabbit that ate several biscuits that were covered in syrup. The antidote to the biscuits can only be administered by a licensed obstetrician.
Love it.
God bless America.
Oh my god, that's great.
Oh, all right.
Oh Lord.
I got this.
Okay.
Um, okay. Um, 2,
People
I
hate
are
no.
no.
Oh wait, okay, never mind. I keep forgetting you gotta come up with the next word. All
All
right.
right.
Two okay, are dead.
Uh, the people I hate are
Dead.
dead. Um, because there you go.
I
All right. Murdered
them.
quietly. Um, thank you.
But
But uh, you
are
likely
to
be
next.
you
Dirty.
as
Redundant.
as
Harlot.
bitch. All right, cool. So, 2 people I hate are dead because I murdered them quietly. But you are likely to be next, you dirty ass, redundant ass harlot bitch.
Oh
Oh, brother.
god. Oh, I love improv games. They're so much fun. I think
Absolutely.
we're gonna start adding more of these and to switch it up.
Absolutely.
God, I love them so much. They are nothing but laughter. Um, yeah, that's what we got.
Absolutely. The podcast is going great.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, as soon as I get more busy, you will start seeing my demeanor
Mm-hmm.
either rise or fall. So just know that summertime fine fresh, it's a whole different motherfucker. I tell you that.
I mean, it's relaxed, easy breezy, beautiful.
Mm-mm. Like shit. I woke up
Feeling refreshed.
30 minutes before we started recording.
Hmm. What am I gonna do
Ah,
today?
right. I'm definitely high from yesterday.
I love that for you. And yeah, I hope tomorrow goes well for you. I hope it's a good day. So Oregon, as of now, still in the lead. So
Let's
again,
go.
if you guys want your state to be in the lead, because once we 30th episode, we got something for you. So Oregon still number one, Illinois still number two, Georgia's number three, VA is number four, PA is rounding us out, top five. So there you
Top five.
go. Those are your top five for the United States. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for interacting with us. Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
sharing, following on the Instagram, um, leaving comments. We appreciate it. We really do, and it means a lot when you respond and send us stuff. So I appreciate that. And if you guys have any ideas of topics you would like us to talk about, let us know. And yeah, just keep listening, watching, following, and when we are streaming on Twitch, come say hi, just say what's up because we love doing this and it's a lot of fun. You guys make it great. So keep coming back, keep listening, share, tell your friends, your enemies, your family, your auntie
You're
and them.
right. Exactly. Let these motherfuckers know because we
Ew.
working hard. We working hard,
Yes.
and honestly, we work hard because we see the future. We're
That
very
part.
clairvoyant, and I know that putting in this work means something.
It does. It does.
A
It
lot.
absolutely does. I agree.
It definitely means something.
Yes.
So that's all I got.
We
Make
going
sure you
places.
tell y'all loved ones you love them.
Yes.
And if you need to borrow some money, I'm broke.
Me too.
All right.
So
So
buy us
remember that.
coffee.
There you go. Buy me some motherfucking coffee, bro. Oh man, I had the worst coffee of my life from McDonald's the other day.
Why did you go to
I ain't gonna
McDonald's for
get it.
coffee, friend?
I was in a rush.
Understandable. That's all
I had my stomach feeling like the one chip challenge.
right.
It was bad.
Bubble guts.
But guys. Anyways,
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Bye.
bye.